Just stop digging. This is Don. He wants to dig a hole. He did some reading and found out what he needs and how to do it. He got a shovel, snacks, and juice. He prepared for everything he can think of. He set out early the next day and found a good spot next to a tree. He started to dig. He made a round hole and moved the dirt away. When the hole got to his waist, he was very happy. He then took a rest and ate his snacks. Afterwards, he started to dig again. Focusing on digging, he didn't realize that the hole has become 5 feet too deep. He couldn't get himself out. When he realized how deep the hole has become, he panicked. He didn't know what to do. He only read up on how to dig the hole, nothing on how to get out. He started to cry. Tears rolled down his cheeks. So he dug some more and more. The more he panicked, the deeper he dug. By the time he was too tired, he could only see the sky. He fell asleep from exhaustion. When he woke up the next day, he was scared, hungry, and he still didn't know what to do. So he just kept digging. This is Helen. She's going on a picnic today. She brought a sandwich, fruits, water, and a cooking book. She loves to read. As she walked by a tree, she heard someone crying. What can it be? She walked closer to the noise and saw a mound of dirt and a hole next to it. As she got closer, splat! A big mud pie splat onto her face. She was not happy. She then heard some more crying. The crying came from the hole, and she went to take a look. She saw a boy digging all the way on the bottom of the hole. Why are you crying? She asked, but the boy didn't respond. So she got a handful of dirt and tossed it on his head. Ouch! He cried, and he stopped digging. When he turned to look up, Helen saw a dirty boy with tears and dirt all over his face. She noticed he was quite scared and anxious, so she asked, What are you doing? Through all the tears and dirt, he says, I'm digging in a hole and I can't get out. My name is Helen. What's yours? Don, Helen says. Why don't you just stop digging? Don was still thinking about digging and apparently ignored her. So Helen got a bigger pile of dirt and splat. Ouch! Why did you do that? Asked Don. Shouted Helen. As Don looked up at Helen, he stopped for a few minutes. He let those words finally sink into his head and hit him harder than the dirt. Stop digging, he thought. For the first time he heard the birds chirping. He saw the white puffy clouds, the blue sky. Do you want to eat something? Asked Helen. After Don heard those words, his stomach growled like the whale songs. Slowly he nodded, and Helen tossed her sandwich to him. It also hit him on the head, but this time it didn't hurt at all. He ate the sandwich while Helen sat down and ate her fruits. Do you want to get out? Asked Helen. Yes, said Don. So Helen went home and found some rope and came back and tied it to the tree. But she noticed it wasn't long enough to reach Don. So they talked about other ways to get out. Maybe you can step on a stool like my dad, said Helen. But that wasn't enough as well. So Helen went home and got more stuff. This time she came back with all kinds of stuff. And one at a time, tossed it down to Don. The hole started to be filled with all the toys, balls, boxes, dolls that Helen had brought. Don piled it all at one time under him, and slowly but surely he went higher, until he was finally out of the hole and saw for the first time his best new friend. The end.